Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Qudash, and double honor to the elder apostles of the great millstone that have taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Brakatham to the elect, whom this gospel is for, that we hopefully believe that we are, and it's your brother Laban. And I just want to give my take on Elon Musk's Tesla as this read applies to supply electricity to households in Great Britain. And what I want to do without further ado is I want to play this video and I want to address some points in this video. And as usual, we're going to move forward. And I want to begin by playing right around this area. These two are debating whether we should go along with Elon Musk's, energy supply or not. So, yeah, let's just begin over here. I think this is the right place to begin. Right on 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Let's go.
Why not? Why not? Would you think Elon Musk has something to offer us that's different to what we're getting right now?
I think he does. I think the thing is that, of course, he should be allowed to do this. The choice as to whether or not you like Elon Musk or wish to shop with him or buy his stuff, that should be your choice. And if you don't like it, I mean, for example, so you said that you were a Tesla customer, and indeed so was I. And then I've stopped. And I've stopped because I don't particularly like what he says, I don't particularly like what he stands for, and I don't particularly like the quality of the cars anymore because I don't think they're groundbreaking. And it's a bit like sitting in a doctor's waiting room. But if people like them and that's what they want to do, that's their choice. It's a consumer choice. But what I would hope about the electricity debate is that we're not having in this country the debates that we should have about our energy, about our energy security and where it comes from and how it's priced. But at the moment, all the pricing is connected pretty much to the price of gas. It should not be that way. So what I think Elon Musk might do is he may very well shake up how that energy is priced. And also, I think that we are dealing with the guy who is the richest man on earth, and he's richest man for a good reason. He invented PayPal, which completely changed how we changed. He invented Tesla, which has changed. He is the driving force behind Tesla, which has changed, thank you, which has changed the way that electric cars are perceived or otherwise. He has changed the idea as to how, for example, he put in the Tesla power network for those Tesla cars way before other people did. So he is a visionary. He is,
as the richest
unusual
man in the world, is he not able to compete in a way that others are?
If I
he
may.
can come
Maybe.
leverage this situation,
If I may.
undercut, and then he will dominate the market in a way that we don't need to happen in this country.
But
That's the possibility, is to dominate the markets. So let's just say he dominates all of the markets. Now all of those markets have to submit to the Tesla company, and then that way everybody's gonna go run into Tesla because Tesla's gonna have a cheaper price in regards to energy. Right now, as this guy mentioned, he mentioned that the energy in England is kicking everybody's ass, which is the truth. It's absolutely the truth. You have all of these other bills you got to deal with as well. So, by the time you pay all of these bills, the average person is out of pocket. People are not so far away of losing their homes, man, going homeless. It's bad, man. It's terrible. But you see, this is how these devils get down. And so therefore they thrive off of the desperation of the people, so that people will flock to them. And it doesn't really matter whether you be a far righter or a lefter, which, speaking about these two terms, we don't put ourselves in any of these parties at all. We just simply call ourselves the Israelites, and we're the men of the Lord. That's it. We ain't no writers. We ain't no leftists. We ain't got nothing to do with the politics of this country or no nation that we're in right now. All right, just to include. But the average person has no integrity, really. So if someone like Elon Musk can come in and change things around and make life better, whether it be for freedom of speech purposes, whether to bring the the energy bills down, then let's go ahead and do it. Let's allow this guy to step in and do those very things that we want. All right. Then shit, we can allow this individual to step in and influence the way things are in a different way for our betterment. Because we catching hell over here.
To effective regulation. We've all seen that our regulators are not fit for purpose. Let's make sure that the regulator is right. And if the regulator was doing the right job, they would make sure that our energy is priced correctly, and they haven't.
I will give Elon Musk the benefit.
And you see, this guy, he knows what he's doing. He keeps speaking about price regulations because he knows that that's what's really hitting the British people hard, man. So he knows what to say and what not to say. There's key buzzwords that these devils saying, so that the British people can get behind what this guy's saying and therefore get behind Elon Musk. Which this guy's gonna call in and you're gonna hear what he's saying about that. And he's a far righter, by the way.
He is able to capitalize on government subsidies better than any human being on earth. He is not the world's most wealthiest man. The stocks and shares of the company.
And she's right. The people that are the most wealthiest are the people that own all of the banks all around the world, the central bankers. And there's even families that we don't even know about that's a little bit richer than them, because we know that the Rothschilds, they got their start off of the Oppenheimer family. So if the Oppenheimer family is alive and well today, then that would then mean that they would be richer than the Rothschild family. And it's not just those two, there's other names of men that we don't even know about. Like I said, that's rich beyond your imagination. As the scripture says, they have as far as heart can wish. And as much as the eyes can see, they have it all.
To make him so. And he has managed to forge an empire on government subsidies.
Yeah, so what I want to do is as well, because this ain't gonna get to that point. There's another point that I want to play. And it's this far righter. He calls in. And this is how he feels about the situation if Elon Musk would have come in. Right? This is his take to it. Let's play this.
You stand to benefit from Elon Musk coming into the country to provide energy. You could where the sun was shining. John, you stand to benefit from Elon Musk coming into the country to provide energy. You could have solar panels on your roof and a big battery in your garage. Do you fancy it?
Yeah, I don't mind which, as long as we get the prices down, to be fair. I think we're being accosted by or governed by all the other suppliers, to be fair, and there's without saying it, it seems like a monopoly on it, and we can't seem to get the prices down.
This is somebody that's supported far right in Germany. Are you still happy for him to have a stake in our country, possibly political sway in our country because of what he's offering?
Well, why not? If it's not him, it needs to be somebody else. Something needs an injection into the economy, I think, to try and get the energy prices down, to be fair.
Okay.
And that shows you right there. Because, see, the far righters, they're supposed to be pro-Britain. They're supposed to be holding the fort down for the British public. But yet, and still, there's no integrity there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're supposed to be against these political pundits. And, those that are a part of the establishment order and everything. But yet and still, this guy's saying, man, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if Elon Musk joined into Britain and brought some kind of injection into the country and therefore bring the prices down. I wouldn't mind. That's a man that has no integrity, but that's just the average person for you. The average person doesn't have integrity. So if you got the average person with no integrity and all of these bills are kicking their ass, especially the electricity bill, then yeah, you're going to bow the knee. You're going to bow the knee. And this is how you know in one way why and how they're going to cause the mark of the beast to be made mandatory. As it is written, he causeth all. And a part of that causation is pushing you towards the corner financially to the point where you can't even take care of yourself. So if there's a outlet, the implantable device will be that outlet. Because again, I say the average person doesn't have integrity. Now you're gonna have some people that's gonna fight, because if you keep pushing people towards a corner, now some of them are gonna fight, but most are gonna just be submissive. And this is what Esau is gonna thrive off of. He's gonna thrive off of your desperation. So the more desperate you are, is the more you're gonna cleave onto what he got for you as a solution. Because before the solution came, you was, man, your back was against the wall financially. You was catching all kind of hell. You didn't even know whether you was gonna hold the roof over your head from day to day. You was financially not distant away from losing your house. Like I said, going homeless. You know, you were not financially far away from going homeless. You got children to take care of. You may have to take care of your mother that's paralyzed, or your mother that's immobile because she's old. So now y'all gonna have to hit the streets. So all of this pressure, it's gonna immediately move the average person to submit. So let's just say Elon Musk now, he has the upper hand with his Tesla model of supplying energy, his company. And everyone finds out that, oh yeah, well, this is a better option. Let's come on to the Tesla option instead, for cheaper pricing of energy. All of these other companies are gonna have to go out of business. And now, since Elon Musk has all of the British people, as much as he has them as he can, now he's going to raise the prices up on his energy company. And that's how you get them. And that's one way you do business. You sell low because it's low in demand. The product that you're selling is low in demand, and then once people gravitate to your product, now you raise the prices. And just to mention, that's what it's about any doggone way. It's about financial power and power just in general. That's what these devils are up to. They're up to gaining financial power and also power just in general. It's about power with these devils. Okay, let me see if I can play some more of this.
Don't you care about his political leanings or his volatility? Because it seems like he could support one person, the Democrats one moment, and then Donald Trump the next.
We're going into politics now, but at the end of the day, yeah, we've got far right, far left, in between, right, and all the rest of it. But at the end of the day, we need some injection of something into this country. Who's to say that the current suppliers are not far right or far left or whatever, if you're going down the political road?
I mean, we have a regulator to make sure that...
So there you go. We need an injection. Because people are in need. People are in need. And I've already explained, this is what Esau wants. People to be in need, so that he can basically get people behind him and that they can change things around for their own betterment. Not the betterment of the people, but for their own betterment. The higher ups. Yeah, so I want to also talk about this as well, man. As this reads, right? Because the word regulation just kept on coming up. So, which leads me to this article. And that's why I had this article on deck after this video here. Elon Musk's beef with Britain isn't only about politics. It's about tech regulations. And when you think of the word regulate, you got to also think about the word control, because that's what it's all about. It's all about controlling and managing the technology, because the world is moving towards a technocratic situation. And so you got certain people that want all of the power of this tech. And that's why he's over there, or over here in Britain, doing test trials on brain chips and setting up his Tesla company so that he can run the energy supply in England. All right, I'll be right back. And so, just as well as I've said, it's about controlling the tech change, which is the world we live in, is being changed from a tech standpoint, and someone needs to be heading this, as well as Elon Musk wants to head this technological world. All right. Yeah. So this is what I posed the question. This is what I posed. This is the question that I posed. I posed the two questions. So as this reads over here. Yeah, so anyway, as this reads over here, if Elon Musk supplied energy to Britain, give me your honest opinion. What advantage would he have over Britain? That's what I meant to put, right? So I asked ChatGPT this question, two questions I posed to it. So it gave me this: if Elon Musk, through one of his companies like Tesla, possibly a new venture, supplied energy to Britain, there could be some notable advantages, but also some risks to consider. I'll be right back once again. I said hello. I'm doing a video.
I thought so. I thought you were talking to yourself. Okay.
Going head talk.
Right.
Like you. Two head talk.
Oh, right.
Yes, I'm doing a video, Mom.
Do it. Go on.
Yeah, so as this reads, if Elon Musk, through one of his companies like Tesla or possibly a new venture, supplied energy to Britain, there could be some notable advantages, but also some risks to consider. Acceleration of renewable adoption. Musk companies have experience with large-scale battery storage, megapacks, and solar energy. Britain could get faster deployment of cutting-edge tech to stabilize the grid and reduce fossil fuel dependency. Better grid storage. The UK struggles with intermittency from wind and solar. Tesla's large-scale batteries could store surplus power and release it during demand peaks, helping avoid blackouts. Innovation speed. Musk tends to push for rapid prototyping and rollout, meaning Britain could get solutions in months rather than years under traditional government-led projects. Global visibility. Having Musk's names attached could attract investments, talent, and further tech partnerships into Britain's energy sector. Yeah, you could very well see that coming. Dependency risk. Relying too heavily on a single private figure or company could make the UK vulnerable if Musk pulled out, raised prices, or shifted priorities. And that's what could very well be the case. He could raise the prices, just like I said. You sell low and you raise the prices high later. Low in demand and then high in demand. Profit versus public interest. Private ventures often prioritize ROI, which might not align with the national energy affordability goals. So lucky about that. This computer is acting really strange. Yeah, political and regulatory friction. Energy is a highly regulated sector in Britain, so must move fast. Style could clash with safety, environmental oversight, on which is laws of the environment. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. That's the spirit. The phone just, as soon as I picked it up, it just gave it to me. So I can read this to you and give you the clear understanding of what it is. Environmental oversight refers to the systems and bodies responsible for protecting and improving the environment, ensuring environmental laws are followed, holding public authorities accountable. This involves monitoring, enforcement, and development of environmental improvement plans. Right, which would definitely involve your government. So as they have here, move fast style could clash with safety, environmental oversight, which can also in tandem clash against governmental laws and regulations. Political and regulatory friction now. Energy is highly regulated sector in Britain, so Musk moves fast. Now I've read that already. Salakia. Geopolitical sensitivity, control of critical infrastructure by a foreign private company can raise national security concerns. In short, Britain could gain speed, storage, and innovation, but at the cost of control and long-term independence. It'd be like getting a Formula One engine for your energy grid, fast and powerful, but you need to make sure the driver's interest matches yours, right? So that sounds all well and good. That sounds all well and good, doesn't it? Britain can get, what is it, a long term of independence and get a more proficient energy grid. So as this reads as well, so I also pose another question, but would that give him some sort of power in Britain? Which is a silly question, of course. If Elon Musk supplied a significant portion of Britain's energy, he would inevitably gain a degree of real power in the country, even if it wasn't political in the official sense. Here's how that power could play out. Leverage over infrastructure. Energy is critical infrastructure. Absolutely. If his company controlled a large share of storage, generation, or distribution, Britain would partly depend on him to keep the lights on. That gives him influence in negotiations over, or policy discussion. Economic swing. Being a major energy supply means handling huge contracts, jobs, and investments. This often leads to having a voice in how regulations are shaped. Public influence. Musk's brand and media presence could let him shape public opinion on energy policy, tech adoption. Now, all right, and that's why I'm down here in the UK. What Elon Musk plans on doing is trialing UK citizens with brain chips. So this could very well be the case, hypothetically, if he had his Tesla energy supply in the UK. All right. And there's some more I want to read in this as well. If Britain's energy system relied on propriety, Musk tech, e.g. Tesla's grid software or battery systems, switching away could be costly or disruptive. This tech lock-in gives him the ongoing influence, absolutely. So if it's going to be more costly or disruptive to get away from it, then it's best that you stay in it. It's just cheaper to stick with this over here. All right. So again, it's about power, man. It's about reaching to that position of power to where he has control and power. Because if you have control over a nation's energy, then you have control over that nation just in general. It's just as important as having control of the monetary of that nation. Because what you can do, you can devalue it, or you can value it. You can do whatever you want. All right? Everybody's basically has to be indebted to you. So let's read this. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Because as it is written in the book of, 1 John chapter 2 and verse 20, that reads that, for we have an unction and we know of all things. And the all things that we know is the counsel of the Lord. Psalms 33 and verse 10, the Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught, and he maketh the devices of the people of none effect. Which I got to tie this in with Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, and so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. So their devices, their counsel cannot be purposed if the Lord isn't with it. And the Lord ain't going to be with this New World Order future, this dystopian future that they have in mind. It's only going to but go so far. And when that implantable device is made mandatory, that's going to be it. But the thing which will be always in the future is the counsel of the Lord. And the counsel of the Lord includes us ruling over these other nations forever and ever. But not these other nations, and neither is the nation which is currently ruling over us right now. Verse 11, the counsel of the Lord standeth forever, and the thoughts of his heart to all generations. Blessed is the nation whose the Most High is the Lord, and the people of whom he have chosen for his own inheritance. So there you go. And we are going to be blessed. We are going to be blessed beyond our imagination. All right. So yeah, this is something else that I want to touch on later on as well. So with that, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and the Son, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai B'Hashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honor to the elder apostles of the great millstone that have taught us well, and to include the elder bishops on down, and Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai Barakatham 244,000 and the 1/3. And with that, I close. Shalom.